Hi there. I see I have one person on here. I can't see who you are yet. Let's see. Okay. Turn this off. Hi guys. I had to come on here on my phone. I don't know what is going on with my computer and this my wireless, but yeah, it does. I don't know what's going on, but I knew something was happening because when I saw myself, I was moving in slow motion, and then when I looked at myself on my phone, I saw what you guys were saying. It was still buffering. You waiting to see The Office? It's coming. It is coming. I have to get a couple of things. It was a shelf. I need another shelf like this from IKEA. And IKEA in downtown Atlanta, they are out of them. And they were supposed to come back in on Wednesday. And they were still out of stock Wednesday. So now they say it won't be back into stock until the 28th of July. And then there's some other things that I am looking for in here that I have not found yet. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I'm gonna show you a part of it, an area of it next week. So you guys will see one small area of it, and then, you know, I only show this part because this is old. So you guys have already seen that, but I don't think you have seen anything different on there. There's a couple of things different on there, but yeah, so that is what's happening with The Office. It is slowly coming together, and I put a lot of stuff up in here. Mr. B came in here the other day, and when I showed you guys that chair in the hall today. And I could not wait to get that chair in the house. And it was heavy. So when I went to go pick up the chair, the lady who was in there, she was probably like, I guess she may have been maybe like 5'9", 5'10". And she wasn't a big girl, but I went to go and let my seat down so that she could bring the chair, so we can bring the chair. Did you? Oh, that is awesome. Oh, my man. I'm glad that I motivated you. Hey, lady. Hey, Sharon. So, yeah, so I'm going to get this chair. And so I'm putting down my seat in the car so that we can bring the chair out. I turn around and this woman has this chair like this, and she's bringing it out to my car. And I said to her, I'm like, I was coming to help you. And she started laughing. I said, girl, you're going to hurt yourself lifting things like that. And so that being said, when I got home, Mr. B wasn't here. And I just could not wait on him to get here so that I could get that chair upstairs. So me being me, I'm like, well, if she can lift that chair, surely I can lift that chair and get it in the house. Guys, I think I got a hernia. I don't know how that woman lifted that chair like that, because she made it seem so easy. And she probably, like I said, she was taller than me. And because I'm only 5'3", so she may have been maybe like 5'10" or so. But she just wrapped her arm around it. So I figured I could do the same thing. Nope. You guys should have seen me. So I am like, I get it into the house and I literally try to roll it through the kitchen into the living room, and then I figure I'm gonna roll it up the steps. And it took me a minute. Talking about a girl who was sweating. I was sweating so bad. I mean, I just had like beads of sweat coming down my face. And I'm like, if she can do this, I know doggone well I can do this. Guys, well, anyway, I finally got it up in here. And Mr. B was so mad at me. He was like, you could have waited for me to come home. I could have, but I did not want to. But anyway, when he got in here, he was like, it was really nice. It was really coming together. So it looks like a totally different room. I still have the headboards over here that I need to take to my mom or whatever. But yeah, but everything else is coming together nicely. How are you guys doing tonight? What's going on with you? I know I have a lot to catch you guys up on about what's been happening here, and Puda and the house, and it has been, I tell you, these past 2 months have like really worn me out. Seriously have worn me out. I mean, you talk about someone who feels like mentally exhausted. I am her. So yeah, I just a lot of things have been happening. So I can't see if anyone is saying anything. I saw something earlier on here. It looks like my screen is messing up again. But yeah, so we have been, let me see, what can I start with about what's been happening around here? Okay, let me start with Puda. So I think I told you guys, okay, so I think I told you guys, thanks Sharon, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago about Puda having these like spots come up on her. Oh, I don't know if I even told you guys. Anyway, she has had, hey Penny, she had these spots come up on her, and she did not, first we thought that maybe she had gotten bitten by a spider over in Japan. But last year, September, okay, I did tell you that, guys, okay. So we thought that she had gotten bitten by a spider, but she thought that maybe she had bruised her leg or something. And this was back in September, and back then I was like, well, just elevate your leg, the bruise will go away, it'll be okay. Well, then she mentioned it again to me in January, and I was like, that don't sound right, Poot. No bruise should last that long. And so I told her, I said, you need to go and get it checked out. Well, these young kids, they don't like going to the doctor. And she was like, well, Mom, I don't know where the doctor is on the island, because the doctor used to live next to her. And I was like, well, when the doctor lived next to you, why didn't you go right next door and ask the doctor, to look at your leg, especially since she taught his child. So, and like I say, the island that she's on is really small. So everyone knows her, and how could they miss her, because she's the only African American on the island. So she did not do it, and I said, well, she was like, well, I don't know the doctor now, and I said, well, you need to go to the doctor. And so a couple of months later, I think it was like in March, she was like, I think I burnt myself with some oil. I have these 2 spots on my arm. And I'm like, huh. I said, well, you have cocoa butter. I said, put the cocoa butter on. You have some aloe vera. Put that on there. It should fade. Well, it never faded. And so she says, oh, you're so sweet, Tracy. And so in June, at the end of May, she was like, Mom, what do you think about this? So I wish I could show you guys, because if I could screenshot the picture, but she showed me a picture of her leg, and she zoomed in on it, but of course to me it looked like this. And it's on this back, like on her shin part of her leg, and it's this dark circle. And she was like, does it look like it had gotten, if it had gotten bigger? And I could not remember about the size that it was prior. And then she was like, she goes, I don't know, but the way it looked weird. So we started doing research, and you know what? The worst thing that you can do when something's going on with you is go on WebMD. They always tell you don't go on WebMD to try to self-diagnose yourself, because everything negative comes up. And so she kept saying she thinks it's something called cellulitis. I think that's what it's called. And so we started looking it up, and I was like, well, if it is cellulitis, cellulitis actually is in, yes, exactly. Hi there. Exactly. It looks like, exactly, it looks like mountains. Thank you so much. Hey, my girl, Sonia. And so, so cellulitis is a bacterial infection that is in the staph family. So I'm like, okay, well, if this is cellulitis, you need to get to a doctor like now, and you need to, you know, see what's going on, because the last thing we need you to be over there with some type of flesh-eating bacterial disease. And so she was like, well, Monday I'm going to go to the doctor. And so that Monday she went to the doctor, and he took a picture of the area, and then he also took a picture of because she had two other black marks they were about like this. They're probably about that big. One right here, one right here. And she had another one that was trying to come up. Exactly. Exactly. Sonia, so I'm like, so he took a picture of it, and so he was like, he told, and he also did an ultrasound on the spot, but he told her he did not think it was cellulitis. So we're like, okay, so what do you think it is? So he was like, well, he wasn't sure because he needed to confer with some other doctors on the other island. So this doctor stays on her island, but he also rotates between her island and another island, the other 3 islands. So it's like 3 islands, and then it's the big mainland that's part of her prefecture. So he had to confer with the other guys, and so he took a picture of it and took it to them. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Stephanie. And so so he took the picture and told her to come back the next week. Okay, so she came back the next week, Tuesday, and he was like, yeah, one doctor didn't know what it was. The other doctor thought that it wasn't cellulitis, and so he needed to take a sample. Okay, so he took a sample, but you would have thought he would have taken the sample of the leg because that was the oldest one, but he took a little sample of the one on her arm. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna have to take a sample, and then you're gonna have to come back in 2 weeks. Well, that pissed me off, guys. I'm sorry, because I'm like, okay, what kind of doctor are you? I'm like, you're not gonna give her nothing? I mean, you know how they do here in America. I was exactly, I was upset. I'm like, these freaking Barney Fife's doggone physicians out there. I'm like, what's the problem? Give her something for something. I don't care what you do. I need you to start medicating her because I need to know what is going on with her. So I felt like really so I felt like really I felt helpless. And so she started talking to, she's in this group, Black Women in Japan. And so she was sending them like her information, and just so happened 2 of them happened to be physicians. One was a physician in the military, and the other one was something else. And so one of them was like, let me see it, and one said it looked like cellulitis, and the other one said it didn't, but she never said what she thought it was. And so she was like, that's a simple fix. You need to get some antibiotics. These are the type of antibiotics that work with that or whatever. And so that next day, she had to go back with the doctor. And so my thing was like, okay, look, we need to let people around there know that this is what's going on with you. You need to call Jet. Now, Jet is the program who she works with in Japan. That's the with the Japanese consulate here in America. And I was like, you need to contact them so they will know what's going on with you, because if we need to freaking air flight you out of there to get you back home, that's what we're going to do. And I need you to let your supervisor know, your immediate supervisor know, not at the school, but so that they can go ahead and do the proper paperwork. And so Puda's thing was like, she likes being out there, but she was like, well, Mom, you want me to come home anyway. Well, no, that's not true. I want you to be happy, number two. Number one, I want you to be healthy. So if there's something that can be done to keep you together, that's what we're going to do. And so she was like, so of course, guys, you get emotional, especially me. I am like the one, I try to fix everything, and if I can put my hands in it or on it, I'm gonna do it. So I really felt really helpless. So about 2 weekends ago, not last weekend, weekend before last, exactly. And so I was literally around here crying, and Mr. B was like, babe, you know, she gonna be okay or whatever. Yeah, but I'm just like, okay, but he didn't give her nothing. So when the other the doctor told her, this is what it looks like, he needs to give you these type of antibiotics. And he was like, hey, he was like, so when she went back, she actually went back with another one of her co-workers at the school who spoke Japanese and English, because this doctor he only spoke Japanese. He spoke very little English. Now, Puda speaks Japanese, but some things they say she doesn't understand. And so in one word, she thought he said she had cancer. And so she was like, what? You said I have cancer? And he was like, no, it's it's like cancer, and it means test or something like that. So he wanted to do some tests on her for that spot. So the co-worker went with her the next day because she wanted to make sure that she was understanding everything properly. And so she told the doctor, well, look, I've spoken to some American doctors. He was actually shocked that she had spoken to American doctors. And he was like, do you have? And so, excuse me, she was like, yes. And they said it looked like colitis. So, and this is what works for colitis. And so he says, oh, okay. Well, do you want the antibiotic? I'm like, why the heck wouldn't she want it? Why wouldn't she want it? So, so she told him, yes, she wanted the antibiotics. So he says, okay, but he was like, your lab results haven't come in. And she was like, and the problem is that you're not Japanese. So I'm like, what the heck? That's not, the heck wasn't what I said. I was like, what you mean you're not Japanese? And I understand. To me, skin is skin. I know it might look a little bit darker. I mean, it might look a little bit different on some people than other. But he was like, he couldn't diagnose her because she had melanin in her skin. He could not diagnose her because she was melanin. And Puda is lighter than me. Puda is like, she's a brown skin. So no, she's not fair or anything. But oh my God, a freaking dot is a dot is a dot. So that really took me over the edge, because I was like, what the heck did you do? Did he mean you're not Japanese? And so so for that, he could not see her. So he had to send her over to mainland to go to the other hospital, the big hospital. And thank God it was a university hospital. Yes, Sonia, girl, yes. This was me last week. I was a freaking mess. I couldn't do anything. And my dad, he's like, oh, we get her home. That's no problem. Yes, we'll get her home. So I was like, we're going to get her because, and then the thing about it was the spot, it doesn't itch. It doesn't, it only hurts like if she like pressed down on it, like one of her kids grabbed her arm or something, but while they were playing, she said that hurt a little bit, but it doesn't itch. It is not doing anything. It's not scaly. It's not anything. So last week, so she had to wait 2 weeks. Here we go again. She had to wait 2 weeks before they could see her at the university hospital. That pissed me off because I know doggone well, had she been here in the States, that mess would have been taken care of. And so then my other issue was, and which it wasn't an issue because if I had to pay for it out of my pocket, it was going to be paid for. But I took her off of my insurance in December of last year because no, it's not a boil. It's flat. It's not a boil at all. So I took her off of my insurance because she turned 25 and she had her own insurance with Jet. So if anything went with her, she had like government insurance. So she was fine. But the thing about it was, she came back here, she wouldn't have been covered. So she was like, well, Mom, I don't want to have to owe thousands and thousands of dollars. I didn't give a doggone. I didn't give a damn. It was going to be paid. And if we can get you taken care of, that's what it was. I don't care. You can go back to Japan after you're fixed and I'll pay for it. But this is going to be seen. So once I got all that through her head that, you know, not to be worrying about whatever it was going to cost financially over here if it came to the fact that she had to come back here. So she had to wait 2 weeks to go back. So this week she was there on the 1st. So Monday she had to go. Saturday, let me see. She went to take the Japanese test on Sunday. Monday, she was already on the island, so she went to the hospital. That was her appointment. And so they came to her and they told her, have melon in their day. They cannot be treated like everybody else. And the doctor didn't tell people. Okay, he should have said that. He should have said that. He should have. I just don't like the fact that he said that she wasn't Japanese. Wrong answer. So she went to the doctor on Monday, and they told her no, they did not think it was cellulitis. Oh, this is the other thing. So the doctor on the island took the test, took the skin graft from her, right? Why aren't those results back yet? Really? Really? I don't think he knew what the heck he was freaking doing. And he should have said, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to refer you on. Instead of having her wait freaking 4 weeks for nothing. And so her supervisor was like, oh, we need to go up to that doctor's office to get your money back because he did nothing. Her supervisor seems real feisty. And so she was like, because he did nothing. He couldn't help you. So she went to the hospital, and she said the great thing was, so we had contacted Jet. They had everything in place for her when she got to the hospital. They had a English-speaking interpreter, even though she did not need it. She understood it, and the doctor was actually spoke English. So they had someone from Jet there with her, you know, so they can follow up and take her through the channels in the event they had to get her out. Okay, guys, so I know I'm saying a lot, but I'm just trying to paint the picture for you guys. So they saw her and they told her they did not think it was cellulitis. Thank you, Jesus. But what they thought it was, what it looked like, and they took a skin graft too that'll come back next week. They think that she has something called ibuprofen eruption. And one or two things happen, they think. And they said it's something that she is ingesting that is causing these breakouts. And so usually it's with people when they take ibuprofen. But Puda takes the ibuprofen like during her time of the month. So she was like 2 days, she might have cramps or whatever, she'll take ibuprofen. But she's been taking ibuprofen since she was 12 maybe, 12 or 13. And so she has never had any type of reaction to ibuprofen. So, or the other thing is she got a bad batch of ibuprofen. And if that's the case, that was the ibuprofen that she took with her from the States when she left last July. So we don't know. So they taking the skin graft to try to see what it is. But the good thing is neither one of the spaces, neither one of the areas are getting bigger. But she had, when she went, she had another little one that was trying to come up. So, but they were like, it's something that she's ingesting all the time. Well, it can't be. Then we started talking, and she told the doctor. Oh, and then the doctor who he sent her to was a dermatologist. So, which was good. And they were at a university hospital, so they had all of everything that they needed there to kind of check her, you know, to do all the research and the lab work. But so she'll go back next week. But so they was like, is whatever she is ingesting, she is ingesting it all the time. So she's not ingesting ibuprofen all the time. She said she only takes it when she has cramps. And they was like, whenever when she is not ingesting whatever is she's having this reaction to, then the spots will go away. Well, she has not had the ibuprofen. So like now her cycle is here. She can take the ibuprofen, but the spots are still there. So she thinks it is something else like the milk. She thinks it because it's something that she's eating all the time. Now, Puda's lactose intolerant. So, but they want the teachers to eat what the students eat to encourage the students to eat their food. So she's been drinking the milk. And so she was like, if whatever they're putting in their milk to kill the bacteria, she could be allergic to that, which is what's causing this reaction. But Puda has never been able to drink just milk. Exactly. It's something that she's eating there. So the one thing she said they eat all the time, she said they eat a lot of starch. So for a minute she was like, maybe I'll develop diabetes. And yes, so she's always had to have soy milk. Even as a baby, she had to have soy milk. She drinks soy milk now and almond milk when she's home. So now that she's drinking that milk, and she says to her, the milk tastes sour. And she had some kind of fruit that they all thought was so good and was so sweet. But when she tasted it, it was sour, and she was actually allergic to it. And it started to itch her throat, and her throat was actually closing up. She had no clue. So they was like, well, why did you eat it? She was like, I had no clue that exactly, we don't process our food the same way. So yeah, she tells them, I had no clue. We don't have this fruit in America. So the same thing could be with the milk, because she said they drink the milk all the time. So this week she did not drink the milk. She has not drunk the milk. But then again, I'm like, it could be the water, because she was taking a shower. She could take a shower and she would check herself before she got out the shower and she would be fine. But when she got out the shower, she would have a blister. So I'm like, okay, is it the water? Is the water too hard? What is going on? It's just weird. So yeah, so next week we will actually know what, hopefully, if it's ibuprofen. Now, I don't think it's ibuprofen. I think it's something that she's ingesting, and she's ingesting every day, and the milk was something that she was ingesting every day. But then again, it could be the water. Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth, Mariah. It's the water. It's the chlorine. It's the water, because she was like, you know, she can see her teeth changing. So I've been sending her our toothpaste, because their toothpaste doesn't have fluoride or anything in it, and and their water and things and stuff like that. That sounds like food allergy. She needs to get. Yes, and that's the other thing. She has been having really bad allergies. She's had allergies before here in the States to like trees and stuff like that. But now she's surrounded by nothing but trees. And so she's like, if she goes out, because she has to walk to work. She works like, she says like a 5-minute walk, 3 to 5 minutes. And she comes in the house, she's all broken out, or she is in hives on her because of a high level. You know what? It could be that. It does. It makes you appreciate the U.S. You are not lying about that. So I have been like worried about her, but now that they said it's not, the water is killing you. I live in Florida. Oh my goodness. I used to always hear people say the Florida water was nasty. My mom would say that. She said it had like this taste to it. I never paid any attention to that. Son has been in Shanghai for 4 years, and I thank God that he hasn't. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. It is so hard. And I know her biggest thing is that she wants to be independent. And, you know, and I want her to be independent because that was her thing. She was like adamant, I do not want to be 25 or 26 and still living at home. Thank you, Kelia. Thank you. Thank you so much. And, so, yeah, so, and I told her that, too. I'm like, it might be the water. You know, I don't know. I have never, ever. And then, you know, from 1 minute, I was like, well, about, like, eczema or something. But it wasn't eczema. So, if I could show you these pictures. I mean, and one of them, the one on her leg is, like, that big. Like, if you do, like, okay. And, yeah, but it's not spreading. And she asked, so I had her get some, what's that, black seed oil, and I had her rub that on there. And I didn't want her to ingest anything because I want them to, you know, figure out what it is. And that's what I did. I told her to get her some bottled water, or she might have to boil the water because, you know, she's on the island, so everything is really hard and difficult for her to get. But she is planning on leaving there. They want her to stay another year, but she was like, my body isn't doing well here. And before, when she was in Beppu, she didn't have those problems because she was on mainland, but she was near like a volcano, and so she was like all of the sulfur. Oh, I told her to get an aloe plant too. All the sulfur like really did. She didn't have any allergies. She didn't have any. Everything was really good up there because of the sulfur, and so she didn't have any problems with the water or anything. I just really think whatever it is coming from this island, whatever they do on this island. And like one of the older guys there told her, he was like, you're not from here. We're from here. So things that bother us, we're immune to it. Your body is new to all of this. And that is so true. So true. So yes, please keep her lifted and in prayer, and that all this is healed and all the black spots will go away. It's just the weirdest thing about her getting into the shower and coming out with blisters. I just, yeah, so last week I was just torn up. I could not think right. And the only thing that I could do to kind of make me feel better was shop. So that is why I had all of that stuff, because I was trying to like self-medicate myself without running to a bottle. So I ran into my bank account and Mr. B's bank account. So, yeah, so that is what's happening with Puda. So I will keep you guys updated on the prognosis at whatever. She goes back, I think she goes back on the 20th or the 21st. And get that taken care of, and find out what the results are of her skin graft. And then they will, if it is the ibuprofen, which I seriously doubt, then they will start working on it. But like I said, she started taking measures herself. And the funny thing is, the young lady who was in her place, who lived there prior to Puda coming, she became allergic to onions. Thank you so much. Y'all don't know. Y'all make me feel so good. I sure will keep you posted. Made me feel so good. Thank you. So a lot of those clothes were like, they were loose. And I'm like, oh, junk, I needed some belts. So yes, I am still losing. I did not go and weigh in last week. My mind wasn't right, and the week before I gained 0.2. So I think I'm still at like I've lost 20 pounds. So, but right now I'm fluctuating. But I am going in tomorrow to weigh in. So we'll see how I did this week. And actually, I think I did pretty good because I did not go overboard with any barbecue or none of that stuff this week. Even though when I tend to get nervous or anxious, I do end up, I want to eat. I always want to run to put something in my mouth, but I didn't this time. Oh, that lavender duster. Thank you, girl. Yes, I got that from Boohoo. But yeah, I have been feeling myself. And all my little clothes are kind of loose. And those jeans were falling off me. And I'm going to keep wearing them until I walk out of them. So, yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so we talked about Puda. Hey, my girl, Letitia. You can tell. Oh gosh, that is awesome. That's even Mr. B, he'll come tell me, he like touched me on my waist. He was like, look at you, you just dwindling away. I'm like, you better watch out. Thank you. Thank you. Like, you better watch out. Cause you'll run for your money. I'm like, yeah, but he's funny. Okay, so that's about Puda. Okay, so I'm tell you guys about the house. So, so I am still looking for a house, even though y'all know Mr. B don't want to leave. So he's trying to do everything to get for us to stay here. I say that because he is. But I have not found anything, and I have not gone back out with my agent because she keeps bringing me stuff that I don't want. And it's not her fault. I have given her like I think I'm probably like one of the most difficult clients she probably has had because I'm not really giving her a lot to work with. And most of that is because really lead. I'm gonna look into that. That's good. I'm gonna look into that lead poisoning. I haven't given her a lot to work with, and I wanted her to understand why. So I told you guys what I wanted. I wanted a house with a master on the main, and I need a decent sized backyard because what I've been seeing, I literally can like whisper to my neighbor, and I needed to stay in a particular area. Now, if my mom was in good health, I would move further out. But my mom she's sickly, and then we found out that her pacemaker is like doing all the work for her heart, and she's gonna need a new pacemaker soon because they don't make her pacemaker no more. So instead of it being time for her to get new batteries, she has to go get a whole new pacemaker. So I need to be close to, so I can be able to get to the hospital and get to her. And then now my dad is about to retire next month, September. Thank you. In September. And so now he's kind of like dependent on me more. So I don't want to be far from him either. So like right now I'm in the middle of both of them. I can get to my dad in 20 minutes. I can get to my mom in like 15 minutes. So that being said, I want to stay. Yes, girl, they are building all on top of each other. And I mean, literally, my patio, the patio of the house that I was looking at, and then the neighbor's patio behind me, they probably had like a little strip of grass in between. I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not going to work. And had I not looked in the backyard and seen that, I would have been like, let's do it. But I saw that, and that really turned me off. So all that being said, I'm pretty much in the area that I am in now. I can either, and I could go down to where my mom is in McDonough, but then I'm too far from my dad. And then if I go into a little bit into the city, towards Atlanta, yes, then I'm too far from my mom. And so I just didn't want, I don't want to move just to move, and I'm still end up with all my bedrooms upstairs, because I'm like, I don't want to sacrifice. I need to be downstairs because we're not going to move again. And so whatever it is, I need to make sure it has everything that I want. And you know, my agent was like, you too young to be thinking about the steps and things like that. I'm like, but that's the type of person I am. By nature, I'm a planner. I plan for, I mean, that's why I have the job that I have right now. I plan everything. I planned my sister's move to California. I planned her move back here to Atlanta. I just plan, and so I'm planning for the future. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, and who says that something may happen and I may need to, and something may happen and we have to be in the bed or whatever, or and can't get up and down the steps. I don't want to have to deal with that. I would rather not have to go upstairs, or just upstairs be empty and we have all downstairs and all of our amenities available to us. And so that's the other thing. Ain't nobody putting no masters on the main here. So I'm like, okay, that's not gonna work. And then they're not building ranches with basement, because I guess everybody here in Atlanta want to have 2- and 3-story houses, and that's not what I want. And so my agent, I know she's over me. She sends me stuff all the time, and before I would go out, and I'm like, no, I don't even want to do it no more. I'm like, if they don't have, at least have the master on the main, and then I can work from there. But nothing that she is sending me has that. So right now we are exactly, Sonia. And you know what? The thing about that is, my aunt actually, she called me yesterday because she has a house in her subdivision. So she lives in Lithonia, Georgia, and she has a house, and one of her neighbors is about to get a divorce, and they came to her. Well, the wife came to her and told her, you know, that she was gonna sell her house. And my aunt was like, because my aunt, she has been dying for me to move in her to subdivision. Okay, so my aunt is retired from two different places, and so my income is nowhere near hers, even retired. And so she was like, they're selling for like $320. I'm like, no, I need you to, not unless she's gonna give me the freaking Good Samaritan hookup, because I need it to be around like $240, and I know she's not coming down that far. And so, you know, she was like, well, I give you the money. And I was like, no, okay, but then I still have to pay the mortgage. But I'm just like, I can't just move to just move. It needs to make sense to me, and that just does not make sense to me. So yeah, so for right now, I am still here, and in the meantime, Mr. B is trying to do whatever he can do to make this the house of my dream. I'm trying to be patient. I am. You know what? I really feel like I sacrifice. I sacrifice a lot for other people, and then in the end, I don't think they appreciate how much I sacrifice. Now, my dad, he knows. He tells me, you know, he knows all I do. He thanks me for the things that I do for him all the time. My mom, on the other hand, I love my mom very much. Y'all hear me talk about her. We go shopping. We he and ha ha whatever. But my mom really does. She takes me for granted. And to her, I don't do enough. And so I just want to, you know, and I'm the only one here. My brothers are gone. They have their own businesses. They're truckers, so they're gone. And I have my half sister, but she has her mom who is, you know, in remission from breast cancer. So, we are busy, and, when she needs me, I go to her, and when I need her, she comes to me. But I just really feel like I'm kind of on hold. I really do. And I'm in the middle a lot, and I don't like being in the middle at all. So the whole thing about me, and then, there was a time I had told you guys that I was like really thinking about moving my getting the other house. And even if I did get the master on the main, I was thinking about moving my mom with me. But guys, I had to really, I love her, but oh my, I don't know how that would work. My mom stayed with me when we first moved into this house for, I think she stayed with me for about 3 months. About 3 or 4 months, 4 months. And guys, it was hard. It was so hard. And yeah, I just saw a different side of her that I never knew. And I was just like, okay, so yeah, I can't live with mama. I have to deal with my mama from her house. And not how they say, like, two grown women can't live together. Or yes, especially when you're mother and daughter, and your mom wants to revert back to like you when you were younger, and it was a trip. So yeah, so I'm just trying to, I'm trying to do what's right for me, and I'm trying to do what's right for everybody else. And exactly. So yeah, I'm just, and I'm just trying to be. And then, you know what, and then the other thing is, my mom feels like, okay, I'm the eldest of her kids, so she feels like I should be able to tell the other two, who are boys, what to do. So, my house is generally, that's why I always have things at my house, because my house is like the house where it's like the neutral house. And I mean, just with a lot of prayer, guys, you guys just don't even know. I mean, Christmas during the holidays, as much as I love that time, the part that you guys don't see is that I get all twitted up because I know it's about to be some drama about something being at my house. And it's not because I want it to be at my house. It's because my house is the neutral house. My mom wants to not have my dad involved, even though they're on good terms. But she's just like, well, why does he always? I can't even understand. I can't even explain it. My dad won't go to my mom's house, and my mom would go to my dad's house, but my dad don't want my mama at her house. So my house is a neutral house, so everybody comes to my house. They could go to my brother's house, but he was like, his house isn't presentable for nobody to come over. So everything is at my house. So my mom gets upset because everyone volunteers my house. Well, I don't want to be at my house. But if she could just try to get along with everybody, they would start doing stuff at her house. Well, guys, that was answered partially this 4th of July, because everybody came to her house, and she was so happy. Oh my, yes, girl, the eldest girl. Oh my goodness. I tell my brothers, I'm just like, before I used to like being the eldest. I said, I don't like this. It's too much responsibility. Y'all get off too easy. Everything is on me. I have to make all the decisions. And even like with her health, she puts all that on me. Well, Wani, what do you think I should do about the pacemaker? Well, Mama, some things are your decision. I can tell you need the new pacemaker. You're gonna have to get the pacemaker. But she wants it to be on me. I mean, I can't make those type of decisions for you. I need you to make the decision. Let me know what your decision is, and then I will support you. But I don't want the burden of that. Yes. So, I feel like, yeah, all the burden, I mean, not burden, but all the responsibility falls on me. And my siblings, they just sit back. Anything happens with her, she calls me. She doesn't call them. She burdens me. And you know, and then it becomes my problem, and then here I go, I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. So yeah, all that being said, because y'all know y'all got me on a whole nother rant now. You know, that is what the issue is with the house hunting thing, because I have pretty much boxed myself into a certain area so that I can be near both of my parents when they need me. Now, my dad doesn't call me that much. The little stuff that he wants is like internet related. He's very independent. Yes, it does. It is so hard being the eldest. Um, but um, but my mom, I just really want her to. I want her to do more. I really just want her to do more, and to I don't know. Part of me feel like I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what's happening with the house yet. I haven't been able to find the house, mainly um and here I go. So I was telling you guys about my aunt. So they bought this house that is 2 stories. And the house that she sold, it was a ranch with a basement. It was an unfinished basement. So now they have this house that is 2 stories. Now my aunt and my uncle, my aunt will be 70 in December. She gets around good. She's like real spry. Her health is good. Everything. But those stairs are tearing her up. And she told me today that they're going to get one of those stair chairs installed into the house so that they can both go up and down the steps. And they can go up and down the steps, but then now the steps are like, it's bothering them. And I was like, Auntie, why did you do that? Well, and then across from her actually is a ranch with a basement. She could have gotten that, and you know, I think the neighbor's basement is finished. I think I don't know, maybe they had to finish it, but yeah, guys. So yeah, so now, you know, and I don't want to be in that situation. I just don't. So that's where I am right now. I'm like the hardest client to have. Yes, all responsibility is always on the elders, and I'm an elder. I'm taking care of my father. Yes, oh yes. Oh, so I understand what you're going through. It's hard when you don't. Yes, it really is. And while you're speaking of that, yes, you don't have no help, and everybody's looking at you like, what you gonna do? How you gonna fix it? So that being said, speaking of your father, so then we have Mr. B. And so, you know, Mr. B is originally from Los Angeles, and his mom has dementia, and she has like so fast, it has like taken over. It has really taken over her in the last 2 years. So now she's not doing anything. And so so the sister called last week, because we are planning to go to Los Angeles the week of his birthday. So we're leaving August the 2nd. And so we're going to Los Angeles because his mom was sick. First they had to put a trach in because she wasn't swallowing, so she's forgotten how to swallow. And now she had some kind of something going on with her stomach, like bowel in her stomach or something like that. So the sister was calling and was saying that you know, they were trying to see what the doctor was going to say, but they thought that her body was shutting down. And so they was like, Derek, I don't know if she's going to make it until August. So that was like a week and a half ago. So she is doing better, but we have to get him there to see his mom. I have to. If he does not see his mom, guys, I'm gonna feel really, really bad. I really am. So that is our plan. I think I had said that in the video prior. That had always been the time that we said we were gonna go. And so And now he has the time to take off now. And so yes, exactly. And so we've been dealing with that. And and guys, if you would have known just his mom, and I just cannot even imagine her, because in my head I felt like when she sees him, she'll start talking. That's just me, because that is what I would like. Because he's the FaceTime her, and he was the only person who she still recognized. And so, as a matter of fact, the last time they FaceTime, he was laying in the bed, and so she's like, "Boy, what's wrong with your eyes? You blind?" And he was like, "No, Mom, I'm not blind." He was like, "Open your eyes." But we didn't know that, yeah. We didn't realize that she was just gonna go that fast. She went so fast. And I had my supervisor's mom has dementia, but she's not there yet. She still walks around. His mom isn't walking. She just got to the point where she didn't want to walk, and so they have to always turn her for the bed sores, and she had gotten an infection from the bed sores. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. So I'm really trying to keep him positive, him having a positive mind and thoughts. Yes. And exactly, that's how I see her. Because when we talk about her, when we're getting ready for our wedding. And I kept telling her, I was like, "Mom, I want you to wear silver. I need you to wear like a real light gray or silver." And she was just insistent on wearing black. And I said, "I don't want you to wear black." Now, mind you, I got married here in Georgia, in Atlanta. So we came from California. All of his family actually came to Atlanta to our wedding. And she was like, "You know how to dress." She was like, "And silver and black go together." I said, "Yes, they do, but I don't want you wearing black." So she was like, "Fine." So we found the dress. She was sharp. We found this really nice outfit. She was sharp. And that's his thing. His mom, she had the long nails, and they was all these different colors. And she would have on her, she had this blonde wig. She was just a fashionista, really. And she come up in there in the wedding, walking down the aisle. Now, I didn't see it, but I saw it on the videos, of course, on the pictures. And she has on the outfit that we chose, and she's gotten her this chiffon black scarf and wrapped it around her neck and had it draped down the back. And so I didn't know, but everyone came and started coming into the room where I was when I was getting ready. And they was like, "Oh, we don't have to have no," we don't have to, exactly. She said, they were like, "We don't have to have no wedding. We could just have a party. What's up with his family?" And I'm like, "What you mean, what's up with his family? Why all of them coming here, they have on black. They're in mourning. We ain't in no funeral." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Guys, his mom told all of the siblings, all of the families, and all the uncles and everybody who came down from California, told them that I wanted them to wear black. So, it was like the Hatfields and the McCoys, because my family was, they were not having it. They felt disrespected, and they were ready to fight. So I was like, they have on what? It was just crazy. So when I talked to my sister-in-law, I know. "Mom said you wanted us to wear black." And I said, "Why would I want you to wear black to a wedding?" "Well, it was your wedding. Silver and black go together." Hot digger, I know that, but you don't wear black to no wedding. Guys, it was so funny. But she was just insistent on it being. don't know. I'm thinking about Derek with the Raider colors. I don't know. But yes. But she was just really so I think the things that she did, and you know, isn't that funny? And yeah, the things that she said. I remember his family, they are so different from my family. My family is like really conservative. His family is like really out there. So it was like oil and water. And so I remember the first time I met his mom, and I was talking to her and everything, and I don't know what I did, but some kind of way she called me a heifer. Oh my God, my mama has never called me that. Really? Oh, I was so offended. I was like, oh, it's time for me to go. I said, because I don't curse out my elderly people, but before I do, I need to get up out of here. And his sister was like, oh, no. That means she likes you. What? Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Oh yeah, that means she likes you. If she doesn't call you a heifer, you're in trouble. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God, I have never in my life. So she was just really, really, yes, girl. I was the heifer. That's why when I told you guys about that Thanksgiving, when they started fighting in my house, and I came in and I threw the knife and everybody jumped up and left. I told you guys, she called Derek the next day and said, I like wine and everything, but baby, you better watch out, because that's a mean black heifer. I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. But yeah, but she is so funny. Girl, man, that fight thing, that got me. I'm like, I have prepared all this food, made everything nice for you guys, and you come in here and throw my stuff around and whatever. Before I knew it, that knife was in my hand and it was in that wall. Everybody jumped up. His mama jumped up. She was like, whoop, it's time to go. And they ran out the house because they did not know what was about to come next. And my sister was like, oh, heck, Wani is about to be on. But I kicked everybody. I said, everybody get out. Everybody, including Derek, get out of my house. Oh, yeah, they know I'm crazy. And Mr. Bill tell you, he said, when her eyes pop out her head, y'all better run. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to run. That's your warning. That's your warning. Because what's coming after that one, it's not going to be nice to you. But my sister, she was like, hey, y'all better get out. Hey, y'all need to go. Because my sister, she knows she had to talk me off the ledge because it was about to be on. I was about to put on a match, y'all. So, but yes. So, but yeah, but she was just funny. Letitia, girl, they were bringing out the other side of me. I'm like, oh my goodness. Y'all I hadn't had to reach into that bag. I was like, okay, they thinking just because I was brought up in the suburbs that I didn't have that. Like I had to bring my mama side out. So, but yeah, but she was funny. She was funny. In the end, she was really funny and a lot of fun. And she always thought that she is the life of the party, and she liked to make she liked to be the last one in church, because she was the one who was the last one in church, because she wanted everybody to look back to see what she had on. And she comes down the aisle, hey, how you doing? Hey girl, how you doing? Cause she got a big hat on and her outfit or whatever, her nails done. And so the pastor would literally stop to wait for her to get to the seat, because you know she had to be in the front for her to sit down, and then he would continue. But she would be late on purpose because she just had to have all the attention. She is funny. So those are like, you remember me telling y'all that? Girl. It sounds like from Color Purple. I know, huh? Oh my gosh, I know. So yeah, so that is what's happening last weekend. I wanted to get out, to get my mind together. And so I told Mr. B, I said, why don't let's go to Twisted Taco. I'm in town. I don't know if I want to come to White House. Kelia, you good. I wouldn't cut you. You good. You good. And so I was like, let's go to Twisted Taco. So Mr. B, he's like, okay, let's go to Twisted Taco. So we go to Twisted Taco and eat. Kelia's being funny, I know, huh? And we eat, and we leave and come in. So we come out the parking lot, turn, and so when we turn, the street is a one-way street. So we turned onto the one-way street, and we were turning to the left, so it was in the turning lane. This lady came up on the side of us. She was in this lane that goes straight, or you can turn. So when we turned, she turned, and why did she hit us? I was just like, God dang it. Really? Really? Thank God we were not going fast, because we were at a light. And so, yeah, she hit us, and then she gets out the car, and she was like, I am so sorry. I'm not familiar with this area. And it was dark. It was probably around this time. And so we called the police to come and do everything or whatever. When the police get there, you know, she changed her story. She got out the car and was like, she was sorry. She didn't know the area. She didn't realize that she thought that she could turn, and she could have turned, or she would have went straight. But when she turned over into our lane. So the car got hit on my side. No one was hurt, so that's fine. But I just could not believe that she changed her story. So when the police got there and asked everybody what happened, of course the stories did not match, and he could not tell who was in the wrong, who did not maintain their lane, and she did not maintain her lane. And so, yeah, but neither one of us got a ticket, so that he's gonna let the insurance company battle it out. But it was just like another thing, and I was like, okay, another thing. So yeah, it's just, yeah, that just a lot. Okay, and see what else is happening. So that happened. So you guys see, I have had a lot of stuff happening. Monday, I had the guy, Mr. B had the guy come in, and that was Monday before last. The guy came and gave us the estimate for the floors downstairs. So my floors that I have downstairs are actually hardwood floors. They're not laminate. So for me to find some hardwood floors that will match it, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can find a nice laminate that kind of matches. I went into Floors and Decor, couldn't find anything. I'm gonna go into Lumber Liquidators to see if I can find something, but I'm almost like tempted to like try to find a darker color, but not too dark. How do you guys think that will look? I don't want, because in the end, this house is going to be sold. But I don't want to, I don't want it to look like it was like mashed together, like kind of look funky with the two kind of woods, because if I tried to match something close to it, but it's not going to be perfect. And then he has to put these, I think he said quarter rounds, to attach the hardwood part to the laminate part, so it'll have like a border around the area where the arches are, right? And then when you come down the little foyer area where the carpet starts and it comes down into in front of the arch and across from the kitchen and into the living room, that it all will be wood. So what do you guys think? How do you think it would look if I looked like I intentionally wanted that to be darker? what do you think about that? I've been like on Pinterest trying to find pictures of like areas that had two different colors of like wood and laminate, because I have to take up that carpet. It's an area in there, and when you first come in, where Cookie has pulled up the carpet, and yeah, and I don't want no more carpet, not with Cookie, and not downstairs anyway. So I'm gonna have to get all of that up, because it is like it's detaching. It has detached in one area where the carpet and the hardwood start. So that is where I'm going to start the other the flooring. But I'm just like concerned, is it gonna look funky if I go a little darker? But I know when I put the furniture on there, all that's gonna disappear. I just don't want it to look funky like for resale. So I've been trying to like figure all of that out. And I have a video actually coming out when I went to Floors and Decor and I walked around in there, and I actually liked that because it was actually like a showroom, and so they had like different areas so you can actually see the flooring down and not be looking at little samples and trying to imagine what that looks like on your floor. So I'm gonna take you guys through that, but I do need to go to Lumber Liquidator because hopefully then maybe they'll have something better. But I'm just like really curious as to what you guys, how do you think that that would work with a little bit darker flooring? Because I think that flooring is kind of like a red maple, and it has a lot of veining in it. I don't know. That's been my issue. Now I could get the whole do the whole floor, but take up the hardwoods and just put down laminate. But they're gonna charge me a whole lot of money to take up that floor because is glued to the cement, and he's like, that is so hard to get up. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure all of that stuff out. So yeah, guys, so I think that is all pretty much what is happened with us these past couple of months. We've been dealing with Puda, trying to find a place, trying to do stuff around here, and in the meantime I still have to continue here. I'll be working from home more this fall, so that is another reason, because I'll be bringing a lot of my stuff here. And so I wanted to have all this done before classes started back on August the 20th. And yeah, just a lot. So I don't see anything. You guys are so funny. I know Kelia has jokes. She has jokes up there. I'm trying to see what else is the next time. Oh yeah, I saw that. She about because she'll cut a heifer. They ran out like in a scene from The Color Purple, but that chick said she ain't nothing. No. Okay, thank you. Y'all are too funny. I'm trying to read everything that I missed on here. So what are your plans for this weekend? Mr. B is downstairs asleep. He came in and went right to sleep. Be careful with that, because everybody in the right night. Exactly. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do, Shar. I'm trying to be like mindful of all of that, and I want to make the right choices. I really wish, and to think about it, I contacted my builder and asked them the kind of wood that is downstairs, and so I found out the manufacturer and everything, but they don't build it, they don't make it anymore. So it was discontinued, and of course it is, because now my house is what, 12 years old. So yeah, but I can't even get it. So just trying to find something that's close to it. I don't know. And like I said, I really don't want to put any more carpet in here, especially with Cookie. And that's the other thing. Cookie's getting older now. She's making more mistakes. And I mean, she is wearing my shampoo out. She really is. Hey, Wanda. Yeah, she's really wearing the shampooer out. So I would rather deal with that on the laminate floor. And so I had her in the kitchen, and so I need to get one of those, the round, um, like the, what is it, the dog gates or whatever. So I'm gonna get one of those and put her some puppy pads, because yeah, I'm tired of shampooing, and I don't know what she does when she goes outside. Now she wants to play. And so now I've been getting up early in the morning, taking her for a walk and letting her handle her business. Then when I bring her back in the house, like the other day, I brought her back in the house. I went to the car to get in the car. I was about to leave, and I forgot something. Came back in, and I'm a doggone. She still peed. I was like, Cookie. So I had to get the shampooer out. And before I left to go to work, I had to shampoo that, you know. So I'm just like, I don't know. But she's old now. I think she's like 80 something, 70 something in dog years. So yeah, she's old. So, and Mr. B told Puda, when you come home in December, you're gonna have to make some hard decisions about Cookie. And so she was like, oh, really? Thank you. Puda's like, oh, really? So what you telling me? I'm gonna have to kill my dog? And so he was like, no, I'm just saying you're gonna have to make some hard decisions. She was like, oh, well, we're gonna remember that when you have to go into the old folks' home. I'm gonna make some hard decisions too. And he was like, wait a minute, Puda. I said, ooh. I said, she's gonna put you in a $5 senior citizens facility. I said, I'm gonna be living in her house behind her. And so she's like, yeah, mama, you can stay with me. I'm gonna put dad in the $5 senior citizens facility. And he was like, but wait a minute. She goes, you telling me to kill my dog? She goes, yeah, I'm gonna have to make some hard decisions about you too. Oh my gosh. So, okay, really, huh? Flatline for real. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so he's like, Cookie. I know. And so he's like, Cookie. I was like, you better leave Cookie alone. I'm like, I say, Cookie holds her life in your hand. You better be nice to her. See? And so Puda's like, when she talks to us, because we will FaceTime her, and so she was like, let me see my baby. And Mr. B was like, nah, I want you to see your baby right now, because he gave Cookie a haircut. Guys, Cookie looks like the freaking Tasmanian devil got hold of her. And Puda told him, take Cookie to the groomer and get her groomed. And then she was like, well, you know what? I'm going to send my friend down to groom Cookie. And so Mr. B was like, I don't need that. I can groom Cookie. And I was like, okay, we got to groom Cookie, because Puda used to. I said, but we can do that. He was like, yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Cookie she look a hot mess. Her fur is growing back in. But Mr. B, he wouldn't let China see her. So I took a picture of Cookie the other day, and I sent it to her. Cookie was asleep, and I took a picture. Oh my guys, Cookie, she has so many like gaps in her fur, and she looks bad. She looks so bad. And then we can get up under her stomach. So Puda says, who did that to her? I said, you know your dad did that. And so Derek is in the background. He talking about, you held Cookie down. I said, no, I didn't. I was nowhere around. I didn't have nothing to do with that. Girl, Cookie looks a hot mess. I can't even take her to the groomers right now. I gotta let her fur grow back in. Because I'm like, they gonna lock us up. They're gonna like, what y'all do to that dog? So yeah, her fur gonna have to grow back in a little bit. And then I will take her to get properly groomed. But yeah, she looks like between a poodle. She looks like between a poodle, a freaking Dalmatian, and a Paw Patrol. Okay, for real. She's like a poodle, and I don't know what that is. Cause we left first some places didn't. Some places she had like bumps and oh yeah, she looks a hot mess. And I told him, I said, I should have never listened to you. I knew you couldn't groom her. And he was like, if she would have stayed still, no, Cookie was staying still. Yeah, but she looks bad. So I'm not gonna put her on camera. So Poodle told me to dress to cover her because she. I heard it on her. She looks so. And I was wondering, like, the other dogs be outside. They probably look at her like, what the heck happened to you? So, yeah. I've been her trying to make her comfortable for the summer. Yes, guys, but she looks like she got into a real bad fight with Edward Scissorhands. That's what it was. She got in a fight with Edward Scissorhands. That's what it was, because she's like chopped up and she has like long fur down her, going down her legs and underneath her stomach. And then yes, the top. She Some areas we got too close. Yeah, it's a hot mess. So yeah, so Derek, y'all might need to send some money for Derek since he's probably going into the $5 senior citizen home. That at least that can get him a couple of bags of loaves of bread and some bologna, because I don't think Poodle's gonna take care of him. Oh gosh, yeah, you guys were fun tonight. Really helped me. I had to I'm done. No, I am done. You are crazy. Yeah, Cookie does need a soul. I don't even. You can't catch that fur to braid her up now. You have to use some glue. Poor thing. Poor thing. But yeah, we can't take her. I can't even take her to the bed. Tell him I got her. Okay. I sure will. Yes, guys. Y'all make me feel so much better. I needed you guys last week. Well, 2 weeks ago. I really did, because I was just down. I couldn't, and I could not shake it. If you can almost imagine somebody, I have never been like depressed. I really felt like I was like being like going into a depression or something. But yes, but I am better. I've never done that before, but I just felt like really bad and helpless, because Mr. B is going to the nursing home for that. Show is y'all. Oh my gosh, she has told him. She has told, and you know, and he's like, you know, she gonna do it too, Luana. You know, she gonna do it. I said, yeah, I know she gonna do it. I feel sorry for you, because I'm not gonna be there. He's like, she's told us what she's gonna do. Yeah, she told us what she's gonna do to you, because I'm not gonna have no parts of it. So now when he talks to her, he was like, your mama gonna kill your dog. I said, don't you even. I said, that don't even sound right. The child's about, you know, I can get a 2-for-1 special. I can turn in both of you guys. And I was like, nah, I don't have nothing to do with it. That's all your dad. He gonna try to throw me up under the bus. Oh, Cookie. She's so sweet. No, you're right. I'm not gonna be there for real. Definitely. So, yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. What are your plans for tomorrow? I think it's gonna be raining down here. We had a bad thunderstorm today. I think it's gonna rain all weekend. So if that's being, I will probably be here. I'm not gonna do anything. I can't go outside. I do want to go to Hobby Lobby though, because I saw some things that I wanted. Yeah, you know me, I always see things after the fact and I leave it there. Now I'm like, I should have gotten that. So I'm going to see if there's a couple of things that I saw, if they're still there. I might do that. But other than that, I'm going to come back home. I'm not going to do anything. This weekend is gonna be. There was a concert that's tomorrow, so if it's raining, I'm not going. But if it doesn't rain, we will probably go. I want to go. So yeah, that's it, guys. Nothing else. I think I've caught you guys up on everything. You're cleaning your garage. Not much fun, but needs to be done. Yes, we cleaned the garage when that was week before last. We did a really good job. So that's when I took the mattresses from down here. They were in the garage. Okay, so I take the mattress because my mama actually said she wanted the mattresses, and they are new mattresses. I probably had them 2 years, and only 2 people have slept on them. That was my niece and my nephews. I know that's right. I'm going to Frugal Lisa's house too. Vivica always finding all the good stuff. When I go to my Hobby Lobby and my Ross, I always go in the back, and I always think about her. But mine, they have these different kind of dumpsters. I think they're trash compactors. I think they are. So I can't go in there and look. I think they're trash compactors. My luck, I'll freaking fall in there. So, but yeah, Vivica always finds the good stuff. Yes. So she always finds good stuff. And I'm just like, oh, every time I drive by, I'm like, man, I wonder what they have in there. I go, like, when I pass, like, Pier 1, the back of them, and Tuesday morning, I'm like, gosh, they probably just throwing away a whole lot of good stuff. But yeah, exactly, can't get to it. I'm like, just put it in the bag. Why are you gonna just destroy it like that? But yeah, she finds some good stuff and in great condition. Oh gosh, I'm so envious. But yeah, so that's what we need to do. We need to meet up over at Frugal Nista's house, and we need to raid some of that stuff that she has. Did you go to Hobby Lobby? What you get from Hobby Lobby, Vivica? We talking about you. That's what we talking about. We talking about all the stuff you get while you're out shopping in the back of stores. We was talking about going to Hobby Lobby, and I wanted to know what you got from Hobby Lobby lately, because you're always getting good stuff. And we coming to your house to shop. We're raiding your house, so that's what it is. Who locked you down? The girls have locked you down? I'm like, wow. What? Not you. Not you. And hubby. Girl, they don't understand. Why? Were you collecting too much stuff? Is that why? Mr. B is so over me just bringing stuff in here. He's just like, what you gonna do with that? Don't worry about it. Just take it up in the attic. Bills lock you down. Oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm good with those right now, but yeah. No, don't let them do it. You know what? You could come to Wani's house, but at the rate I'm going, you still might get put out, because I don't have any room. But if we put Mr. B out and we take over his man cave, we have some more room. So yeah, come on. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amy. Girl, oh my goodness. They don't understand. They don't understand. I'm like, if I bring some stuff in, I'm putting some stuff out. Or could, okay? Thank you. Hey, Helen. How you doing, lady? Helen, I tell her all the time, she stays in my pockets. Her going to freaking Hobby Lobby, and if I had that, what's that store you go to? You've been taking us to. Oh goodness, I can't think of the name right now. I would be there. Yes, girl, you are in my pockets. I'm like, she going to freaking Dollar Tree, and I be doggone, here I go to Dollar Tree. Yes, dirt cheap. Girl, I wish I had one of those here. And then the 99 cents only store, I miss that place. Y'all are doing the most. I'm like, don't you show me nothing else. You have me running in circles. Like, darn it. Yes, that doggone dirt cheap. Then you hit the jackpot with that one. Girl, yes, I do. I do need to come that way and visit. I'm sure I would rack up. Like I was telling them, I don't know where I'm going to live, but I'll come back with some stuff. I just, oh my. Yes, you have. Okay, every time. I know. Helen she's always doing something, and she's also almost made me want to be vegan. Poodle would go between being vegan and vegetarian, but Helen could put some stuff together, and I was like, shoot, that looks good. That doesn't look like it's vegan. It looks like it tastes good. Yes, she cooked her tail off. So I'm like, well, I never thought about that. So, yeah, but we've been on here talking about going to, so that's what we need to do. We need to take a road trip. So we'll take a road trip to relieve the Frugalista from some of her stuff. And then we can drop some of it off at Sonia's house. And then we can drop some of it off at my house. And then we could go ahead and take a trip on to Houston and go to Dirt Cheap and to the 99 cents only store for Helen. And then Kelia, I don't know where you live, so we can't drop nothing off at you. Yes. You say we come on up. I will be there. I will be there. Oh yeah, Helen girl. Yes, Helen throws down in the kitchen. Really? You have, Penny, what state are you in? Yes. When I see Helen puts up something about Dirt Cheap, I'm like, oh God, here she go. And her Costco hauls and her Aldi's. Yes, and that's another place I run to, Aldi's. But I tell you, it's Helen, Kimberly Davis, those two right there. They stay in my pockets. Stay in my pockets all the time. Wait a minute. Why you have to leave me out? Oh, you in Virginia. Okay, so yeah, we'll come down through Virginia. Okay, so when we leave from, so when we leave Vivica, we'll come to you, and then we'll go by Sonia's, and then we'll come by me, then we'll go to Helen. Yes, you do. And then not only that, you find really good cheap deals. It's not like it's no trash or no junk. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Kelia does need a DIY. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so I got it now. I got it now. Vivica will get us the stuff from Pier 1 and Hobby Lobby. So we'll get that. Then we could go down to Kelia and pick up Kelia's glamorous DIYs. Then we come down to Wani's house, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do, but then we can go on to Helen's, because Helen's gonna take us to Dirt Cheap, and then after that she's gonna feed us. I think that sounds good. Check. Check. Okay, sure will. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. That's the plan. That's the plan. So yeah. But it's still early where you are. Let me see. Helen, it's what? It's 11 here, so it's like 9 there. Sounds like a road trip. It's 9 there, and I even think everybody else is on Eastern time. It's 10. It's only 10? I thought. So you're only an hour behind us? Wow. Okay. 10 o'clock. That's not a bad ride. Gosh. San Antonio, Texas. Oh, Penny, you're in San Antonio. Okay. So that's San Antonio, that's Middle Texas, right? We're going to have to figure out how to get to San Antonio from Houston. That's far from Houston. Penny, what's your contribution? Oh, Penny Pooh. Oh, so Six Flags is there. Okay, then we can go to Six Flags after we eat at, oh, it's 3.5 hours. Okay, so we're going to eat at Helen's house, and then we're going to meet Penny at Six Flags. That's it. That is the road trip. Everything is it's all planned out. I feel like, that's not bad though. Wow. Okay. I feel like my lips are so chapped, guys. Can't go to Texas in the summer. Oh my gosh. You know what? I told you guys, I did not necessarily have to come to Atlanta. I wanted to live in Texas. Mr. B did not want to go to Texas because he felt like we didn't know anybody. I didn't feel like we needed to know anybody. But I was going to go to Dallas, that was my first Dallas, and my second was Houston. My choices, and yeah, but he didn't want to do it. And I thought that would be great because we would both be in the middle. He can get to his family, I can get to my family. But we ended up being here because of him, not because of me. And so, but yeah, but that was one thing. Cheaper with bigger home. Yes, yes, definitely. Especially when we moved here. We moved back here in 2006, 2007. 2007? Yeah. And, yes. Then, cause I was looking, and yes, I saw some nice houses and some great prices, and I was, going to interview, I think was at University of Texas, Dallas, or I think that's where it was. And Mr. B was like, I don't know why you doing all of that, having those phone interviews there, because we're not moving to Dallas. And I was like, you watch. But yes, guys, Dallas was hot. I have never felt heat like that in my life. Oh my God. That in Arizona, I could not stand Arizona. We took a road trip when we left from Atlanta. I moved my sister from Atlanta to California, and we drove cross country, and I remember stopping in Arizona and getting out the car, getting out the Penske rental truck, and I felt like I stepped out and stepped into hell. It was so hot. I have never felt heat like that. And I was like, oh no, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and I saw all the mountains, but oh my goodness. No ma'am, but Texas has horrible. So Texas, yes, Texas humidity, yes, I think your humidity is a little bit worse than it is here. I mean, and then, well, like, what's the temperature? The average temperature there is what? Like today here, we were screaming at like 90 degrees. But then I saw, like in California, it was like 106. That's really unusual for that. Some places was like 115. Today was 99. Yeah, I would have been screaming today. Today wouldn't have been the day for me to go to work. Oh, that's just like when you feel like the sun is on your back. Oh my gosh. Yes, no ma'am. Arizona was definitely not the place. That's why I'm like, how do people live in Arizona? I just don't understand it. Are you have a glutton for punishment? I just am seeing was stationed in Arizona, but great place if you have allergies. They won't bother you there to dry heat. I couldn't even wear my Oh my gosh. I know that's right, girl. When it's too hard and you can't put your hurt on, no. I don't know anyone in Texas either, but I moved here to Houston. See, okay. See, and that is how I felt, Helen. I don't have to know nobody. I'm just like, I didn't know anyone when I went away to California. I just knew that's where I wanted to be. And I didn't have to know anybody in California. So, but did I tell you guys about how I ended up in going to school in California? I don't think I ever had, but I ended up going to school in California off of a dare with my dad. And like in my 10th grade year, my grades were like so-so. And so he was like, if you get your grades up, you can go to school wherever you want to. We was talking about something. You can go to school wherever you want to. And I was like, really? He said, yeah, wherever you want to go. But see, he didn't think that I was going to do it. And he always thought that I was going to go to a HBCU. But my dad did not, my family did not. I always wanted to go to California because the girl wanted to be on Soul Train. So Soul Train is the reason I ended up going to college in California. I wanted to be a Soul Train dancer, guys. And so, okay, yes. So I wanted to be on Soul Train. And so that's how I ended up in, okay, that's how I ended up in California. And so my, I danced, like, I actually was on, like, Party Machine. Y'all remember Party Machine with, what's his name, Mario Van Peebles? I did, like, 2 Soul Trains. And I did no Party Machine, it was with Nia Peoples, yes. So during the after classes or sometime in between classes, and I think Party Machine was like on the weekend, they would record on the weekend, I would be down at Paramount Studios on the set of Party Machine. So, oh my God. And my dad was like, I didn't send you to go down there to be shaking your butt all over the screen. And I was like, yes, you did. You told me if my grades were good, I can go to school wherever I wanted to. Just so happened, the school's not far from Paramount Studios, so I was dancing. No, ma'am. Okay, don't you? I know, huh? She said, no, ma'am. You better get it one. Girl, who? I told you guys, I was a hot mess. A hot freaking mess. Yes, girl. I had so much fun. I did. I think was a regular. School was a regular. Oh my gosh, really? Oh my goodness. It was so much fun. I think those were the times like when I kind of grew up. Now I will say, being from Atlanta and from the South, I was so naive, and I was very, very, very much sheltered. I only knew, like, everything that was in my bubble. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing about Hispanic people. I was really, really ignorant. I had no clue that Hispanic people were in California. When I got off the plane, I thought I had landed in Mexico because in the airport they were speaking Spanish, and I just began to cry because I thought that I overslept and I was on the wrong flight. So yes, guys, I really did not need to be in California. I really didn't. I also did not need to be where I was because I was my school was in the middle of blood territory and I would wear freaking blue. I had no clue about freaking gangs. I'm like, but my parents, my mom and my dad were really good because when I thought I had one on them, they had three on me because they put me in a dorm that was run by nuns. And so I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? I'm Baptist. What the nun sister? Guys, if you guys would have seen my face when I came into that building and Sister Elizabeth came to the door, I just knew. I said, oh my God, my parents are sending me away to the freaking nunnery. This was crazy. And I cried some more. I was ready to come back to Atlanta. But I was just, girl, I did. But guys, if I tell you, I turned that place out. They had never, ever, ever, ever seen anyone like me because I turned that place out. I gave those nuns a run for their money. I wasn't Baptist that day, was I? Oh my God, I wasn't. I gave them a run for their money. And I'm going to have to tell y'all those stories because, yes, it was hilarious, the things that I had done there. But, yeah, so my dorm was run by nuns. And, girl, yes, they set me up. Because they knew, they was like, oh my God, we sending this child, she's green. Guys, I mean, literally, I actually, from my window, I would see like the helicopters fly. Now, when I left Atlanta, we didn't have, like, the police didn't have helicopters. So I had no clue. And so when you could look downtown and you would see the helicopters flying and they would shine the lights, I had never seen that. And so my roommate was from St. Thomas. And she was, I want to say, because I started in the summer. So, yeah, my roommate was from St. Thomas. And so I remember sitting in her room and I was looking out the window and I could see like downtown LA and I saw the helicopter with the lights. And I said, man, they always shooting movies over here. And she looked at me, I mean, really, the way she looked at me, I literally felt myself shrink because I was like, what? And she says, I know doggone well your parents didn't send you out here like this. I said, like what? She was like, that's the police, fool. They looking for somebody. And I was like, in a helicopter? I'm like, no, they shooting movies. And she was like, no, that's the helicopters. She said, that's the police. She was like, you too freaking naive to be out here for this. She said, your A gonna get killed. I was just like, I had no clue. I just had no clue. I thought they was shooting movies all the time. I'm like, my gosh, they always making movies over here. Girl, I know. I told you guys, I have come a long way. There is no way that I should have been in California. I really shouldn't have. I was about to get jumped by a blood. What was a blood? I think he was a Crip. I was going to get jumped. Hey. I was going to get jumped by a Crip because I had on both red and blue. I never knew that I couldn't wear the colors. I didn't know who territory, who area I was in. I'm like, what? I'm a student. I wear what I want to wear. We wear what we want to wear in Atlanta. But I had on red and blue. I confused the heck out that kid. And I was going to the 7-Eleven up the street from my dorm. Po baby, I know that's right. Up the street from my dorm. And going to the 7-Eleven to get me a Slurpee. Now, I had on these blue leggings with this white shirt, and it had like red and blue, like looked like paint splatters on it. Girl, yes, the Lord was with me because he knew that he had to cover this fool. So I'm walking, and so this boy, he probably was 15, so I was like 18. I probably had just turned 19. It was a summer, so I probably had turned 19. So I'm walking, and this kid, he probably was like 15, like I said, and he walks to me, and he like bumps into my shoulder. Hi, and he bumps into my shoulder, and I'm like, excuse me, and he looks at me, and he was like, where you from? He's doing all this stuff. So I'm thinking that he's like doing sign language. You know, he asking me where I'm from, but he couldn't possibly be saying sign language. And he asking me where I'm from, because I'm like, okay, if I answered you, you can't hear me. So what? So he's doing all of this and asking me where I'm from or whatever. And I said, I'm from Atlanta. And he looked at me. That threw him off, guys. That threw him off. I will not lie to you guys. That threw him off, because he gave me this look, and he was like, take your A on. And I was like, oh my God, you are so rude. So I go to the 7-Eleven. Yeah, I know y'all laughing at me. I go to the 7-Eleven, and I come back. And so I come back in, and I tell my roommate, the same girl from St. Thomas, I was like, oh my God, this little young kid bumped into me, and I guess he was deaf, because he started doing all this stuff. But he asked me where the heck I'm from, and I'm telling him I'm from Atlanta, and I was like, he got mad. And so she was like, she looked at me, she goes, Wani, she goes, I just can't with you. She said, your A is gonna get killed out here. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was asking you where you from. I said, and I told him I was from Atlanta. And she was like, he's asking you what set you with. I say, set? I said, I'm a girl. Ain't no girl in no gang. And so she was like, you confused the heck out of him. You have on both blue and red. He asking you what gang you with. I was like, oh my God. Oh my, guys, I really should not have been in California. I should not have been in LA. I really have. But like you said, God takes care of babies and fools, and I was definitely, I know it. I was definitely the one. I was just so naive. So there, I can truly say, is where I had all of my bumps and bruises, and where I like really like became my own. I could no longer be sheltered from anything, because I just had no clue about a lot of stuff. I got your stomach hurting. I know. Every time I tell that story, I was like, oh my God, I really should not be here. You need Oh my gosh, I know. I know. Can you guys? But thank God I'm not like that anymore, because, oh my gosh, I'm weary of everything and everybody now. Everybody has a motive now. What's the problem? What you want? No, you standing around here too long. What? If I feel like something about to jump off, it's time to go. But before, Oh, I know. You guys, I know. I was very, very green. Very green. Didn't have no business out there. But yeah, guys, I've just done some stuff. That was funny, I know. Every time I tell that story, I was just like, and I just think back, and I was like, girl. And you guys, because he was so, I mean, you just saw his face. I can literally still see his face. And he was just freaking dumbfounded with my answer. I'm like, well, I'm from Atlanta. Duh. And he was just like, get your A on. And I was like, oh my God, you are so rude. And I'm just thinking to myself, really? You have the audacity to be deaf and rude. You know, I'm just like, where I'm from. Girl, yes. Girl, yes. So, but yeah, those were the days. But I have to tell you, I'm gonna tell you some of the things that I have done. I've been the one to be hiding in bushes with myself and my sister. Now, when my sister moved to California, Oh my gosh. I show my kids both sides of the track so they are exactly still laughing about the movie Lights. It's too funny. But you have to. You have to. You because and that's the same thing I did with Puda, because I did not want her to not know where she was, and I, yeah, I mean, I understand what my parents were trying to do, but yeah, I would have benefited from being, having visited the other side of the family more often, because I would have known how to handle certain situations. A lot of situations I was like, well, what do I do now? Or I just was not aware of, and because I had never been exposed to it. So, I remember us being myself and my roommate again. We went to where we were going. We thought we were gonna go. I was very sheltered. We thought we were gonna go to Hollywood to this club, and so, okay, so my dad it's a type of dad. If you want to buy new clothes, he not gonna send you money for that. You want to buy new shoes, he ain't gonna send you money for that. But if you were buying something educational, like you needed something for school, he's all for education, so you can get it. So I realized this. Hey, thank you. So I realized this early, that the way for me to get what I wanted in school, I had to say I needed something educational. So I had to, so my roommate, our plan was to go to Hollywood Live, and that used to be a club on Hollywood Boulevard, and we were going to Hollywood Live, and so I needed some money. So I told my dad that I needed to buy a scientific calculator. Well, I don't know, because I don't know how many scientific calculators that he has bought, but he just never, I always needed a scientific calculator. I needed a biology book. I needed something, because those books were like the expensive books. So that's what I would tell him that I needed. So we went up to, I had to go to the check cashing place because my dad was sending me some money, Western Union. So we had to go up deep into the hood in LA to go to the check cashing place. So we go into the check cashing place. So we get off the bus, go into the check cashing place, and we get the money. So I get the money, but I did not put the money in my purse. I put the money, I did old school, I put it up in my bra, right? Because I had to go back and get on the bus to go back down to the dorm. And so my roommate and I, we're standing at the bus stop with some more people, and I think we were the only African Americans. Everyone else there was Hispanic, standing at the bus stop. And these two young boys came up and walked past, and one of them turned around and grabbed my roommate's her purse. And so we were fighting with them with the purse. So the purse was and they had the bucket part of the purse, and the strap was on her arm. So we were tugging with them with the purse, so the strap broke. So they had the bucket part of the purse, and he ran. Oh my goodness. That made me so mad. So I run after him. And then I'm running after him. And so he about to turn down the street. And I'm about to turn down the street. And then I heard my roommate say to me, "Fool, don't you run after him. You don't know where he leading you to." And I was like, huh? Because I was mad. I was going to beat that little boy butt. I was pissed. And I heard her. And so she was like, "It's okay." She goes, "I'll get everything back. I'll have a replacement. I'll get everything back." But I was just so mad. And so I come back to the bus stop where those 5 people were who just sat there and watched us tug with that boy with that purse. Guys, I turned on them so fast. When I realized, I turned around and I saw them, and I said, "And you guys, just gonna sit here and nobody help to do anything? Oh, I was ready to fight them. So here's my roommate again. Okay, country, I'm gonna need you to turn that tone. She says, what she said, okay, country, I'm gonna need you to tone that down because it's only me and you out here and we can't beat all these people. But I felt like I could at that time. Look, yep, that's Callie. I used to be a flight attendant child. No, they wouldn't even try. They just really sat there and watched us. But girl, I mean, once again, I had an out-of-body experience, and I saw myself. I was like Bruce Lee in slow motion. I literally saw it. I was going like this in slow motion. I was beating their butt too, but I was tearing them up with my mouth. I was like, you guys are just sorry. So needless to say, I had to tell the bus driver about what happened because she didn't have any money to get back. They had taken her bus card and only had big bills. So anyway, because of my lie, we didn't even get to go out because she didn't have no ID or nothing. So she had to get all that stuff replaced. And so, yeah. But just like I told you guys, I grew up in LA. I really did. I learned so much. And game, oh yeah, my game is on point. That's why Mr. B couldn't run nothing past me because I was well schooled. I was like, oh, dude, please, you're dealing with the wrong one. Now, if he would have caught me a couple of years earlier, he probably could have ran some of that stuff on me. But I had been schooled very well. Yeah, but LA. Oh gosh, yes, y'all. So, but yeah, that was fun. I just like just reminiscing. Mr. B, he's like, oh my, he always says, if I would have met you earlier, I said, no, if you met me at the right time, because you would have met me earlier, we wouldn't have been together. We wouldn't have been together, because I would have taken all your little money. Big time. After you caught me at a weak moment, I definitely would have got all of your paycheck. I'd leave you with your bus card. You caught me at the right time. But and then he says that I caught him at the right time too, because y'all don't know, Mr. B, he was out there. Yeah, he was out there. He was Even I remember we went to a Subway. And his neighbor, she was a female, and evidently she had gone to school with him. My friend went out to eat in LA, and they left the rental door unlocked. All the luggage was stolen. They went to eat in the famous thing. Oh my God! See, you cannot do that. You better not. You better lock up everything and watch your surroundings, because you best believe they watching you. That's what I tell my Mr. B. I know that's right. Don't let them see nothing, no bags, no luggage, because they are watching. They all in your car. Yes, child. They had to go buy new clothes. And see, and I know that ruins your entire trip, because now you can't concentrate on having a good time. You have to think about everything that you need to replace. Was a player from the Himalayas. Oh, girl, yes, he thought he was a player with that old sorry line. Come and see how a brother living. I was like, who says that? Really? I was like not impressed. I was like, whatever, thanks for the breakfast. It was good. But I said, dude, take notes. I still leave my doors. I know that's right. Me too. Me too. Especially even when my doors were locked. Remember when what it was 2 years ago when my car was broken into, and they took that I just felt really. Oh, you still leave your doors unlocked? Oh no. No, I don't do that. Yes, girl, that was too funny. Yes, he just really thought, I don't know why he thought that he was going to be able to take me home with him. I was like, really? I'm like, I was not that girl. Not at all. But he sure did. He thought that I was gonna go home with him when that same night of meeting him. Dude, no. No, ma'am. I even get up and check out the door. Me too. Oh, you live in a town of 1,000 people? Oh my goodness. Y'all really do know each other there, huh? Girl, yeah, Mr. B something else. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I get up at night and I check the doors. Now, Mr. B, he is really bad about leaving the doors unlocked because he's like, well, we live in the suburbs. I don't care. People get killed in the suburbs all the time. Just like last night, my brother came by. We were just knocked out. But the garage door was open, so we slept all night with the garage door open from when he left it up. And so my brother was like, it was some guy sitting in front of our house. And so he got out the car and came and knocked on the door, but we didn't hear anything. And he kept calling me on my cell phone. We were knocked out. I did not hear a thing. And so, but when he got out the car, the guys left. He was like, I don't know if they were staking out your house or what. And I was like, and we all laying up in here and the doors wide open. Leave my doors unlocked or anything to view. I exactly trust no one. So I had to call him today. I'm like, did you know you did this? Did you see the door open when you left this morning? And he was like, he said it closed differently, and that's because it had to go down to go back up. So he didn't realize that it wasn't closed all the way. Yes, please do, because people are always watching you. They're waiting for you to slip. And I'm so happy that my brother drove up, because I don't know what would have happened. So, and you know what? I'm gonna have to go downstairs and make sure that the doors are closed, because Mr. B, he's bad about leaving the windows, the blinds open. I'm not that one, because I told you, you know, people can be walking by and looking in. No, especially at night and the lights on. So I try to keep all the lights off. But yeah, he's so freaking cavalier. Oh, we in the suburbs. Nothing happens. Ain't nothing ever happened out here. Okay, just because nothing hasn't happened don't mean that nothing can happen. So it only takes one food. My neighbor is pretty decent, but my security lights are on, doors locked, and alarm system set. Exactly. Hi, Sunny Day. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? That's me too. Alarm is on right now, and yeah, and like I said, all my old neighbors, they've moved, so now people throw their hands, but I don't speak to each other, not like old was. We were like really, it was really watched out for each other. Yes, it is. Exactly. Cameras. Yes, and I think that's the best thing that they have now, the whole little Ring phone, the app on your phone, all those different types of things, because all the people, you know, come into your homes, and, you know, people watch you. They kind of know your patterns. That's why I always take a different way in. I leave a different way, so you don't know. I don't leave the same time, you know, or nothing. So, and I know it's really throwing them off now that I'm home more. I mean, I don't know if anyone's watching, but yeah, you never know my pattern. But yeah, I think people are always watching you. And I even had a thing on my phone that scared me. My phone told me the other day that I go to bed at 12:38. It says, it seems that you go to bed at 12:38 or something like that. It scared the heck out of me. I'm like, oh, now you monitoring me too? So yeah, that is scary. These military people here leave the doors of cars unlocked. I can go walk into my friend's house and oh my gosh. Now that's scary. That is very scary. Just yeah. You just being that's just being like too, what is it? Too relaxed. I'm in my house locked down like the bank. Got Smith and Wesson. I know that's right. That's how my mom is. My mom sleeps with her gun. Her gun is underneath her pillow. She is literally like Mud Deer. And she sleeps with her pillow. She has a cleaning lady. But my brother has a cleaning lady who comes over and cleans every 2 weeks. And she was making up my mom's bed and ran up on her gun, and she was like, she called my brother, and she asked my brother, do you know your mommy is packing? And she said, she packing? She said, yeah, do you know your mommy packing? And he was like, she's moving? And so she was like, no, she has a gun in her bed. And my brother thought it was so funny. I said, yeah, my mom has always slept with the gun up under her pillow. So when you talk about Smith & Wesson, yes. Matter of fact, my aunt came to the house the other day and she had a gun in her purse. And then my uncle took his gun out of his, he had a side holster. This is on 4th of July. I said, wait a minute, everybody up in here packing this up for me and Derek? I said, well, wait a minute. Everybody had guns. I was like, what is this? But yeah. Yes, just be mindful, for real. Yes, please be mindful. But yeah, everyone in there was packing. But wait, I gotta tell y'all this story since we talking about guns right now. A couple of years ago, I took my mom to the cardiologist. She always keeps medicines in. I always want to know what medicine she's on. And so I had not known. And he takes the medicine out the bag and he sees what it is and he's writing it down. Right here. And so he was talking to thing and he didn't know anything. And so we were leaving. And so I knew the bag was heavy, but it just did not dawn on me to open the freaking bag. So we got in the car and my mom, you see his face when he opened that bag? I said, no, what happened to his face? And so she was like, open the bag. So I opened the bag. So it was like a lunch bag. So I get the bag from the back because when we got back in the car, I just put it in the bag. I get the bag from the back, bring it up to the front of the car, unzip it, and I open it. My mom was like, probably scared. He probably thought we was gonna jump him. I said, what the? Mama, you had me walking around everywhere with these guns in here. And so she was like, I forgot I had put them in there. So we walking all through everywhere with 2 guns in the bag with some medicine. I was like, oh my God, we are about to go to jail. So when we left, he calls my mom's primary doctor. And so he tells him, yeah, Miss Gail just left, and her and her daughter, they're really nice people. And he was like, yeah. He says, but I wanted to make sure that they were gone before I told them anything. He said, because they walk around packing. He was talking about my mom's guns. I said, oh, mama, how you gonna have me going around there? So he tells my mom's doctor that she carries a gun and he needs to be careful when she comes to visit him. I'm like, my mom was like 5 foot. Really? I'm like, really? Yeah. But those things only happens to me. Yeah, just funny stories. But yes, my mom sleeps with a gun, and evidently my aunt and my uncle does too. So theirs is close by. So that's what I told Mr. B. We need to start having ours close by instead of away. Especially since now, except when the kids come over, because I definitely put it way away, up and away. So, well, guys, it's like we've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. You guys have made my weekend. It was great talking to you guys and laughing and reminiscing and me getting to share some things with you guys. I told you I have some stories for you. I've done some stuff. Y'all hadn't even tipped the iceberg. I've just done some stuff y'all never would have thought. Y'all were like, Wani, really? Thank you. Mom is on the ready, set it off. Yes, she is ready to set it off. She is. She's funny. She has some funny ways about her. But yeah, she mud deer for real. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It was great talking to you guys. I'm gonna have to start doing this more often. I keep you guys. Yes, please, Amy, go lock your doors. Thank you, Kelia. Thank you, guys. Yes, Amy, go lock your door. Kelia, go lock your door. Make sure your alarm's set. All of you guys. Helen, lock your doors. I'm going to go down here and make sure my doors are locked and turn these lights off because I know the blinds are open, so I'm going to do all of that. You guys have a good night. Have a great weekend. Bye.